In Module 7, we will learn applied feature. In this, we are going to discuss fillet, chamfer, rib, draft and shell. Out of these 5, rib feature only requires sketch, while other can be directly applied to the part file. Basically, fillet creates a round transition between two faces and edges. Now there are reasons why it is used. It is used to reduce the stress concentrations. So this is a sharp edge. When the load is applied, obviously here crack will form. So to prevent that, we need to provide a fillet. So sharp corner can cause stress concentration in the part file under the load, while the fillet, once it applied, will evenly distribute the stress and make the part file stronger at the junction. Rounded edges are easier to machine, mold and cast because sharp corners cannot be, it's difficult to maintain in machining. Now, while assembling, fillets helps fits better together, especially when parts needed to rotate and slide. The fourth reason is safety. Fillet remove the sharp edges and making parts safer to handle. So either you can apply fillet like this or at the edges like this. Now when you invoke the fillet command, you will see two things. One is manual and fillet expert. These are the two methods through which you can apply fillet to the edges, faces or feature. Fillet creates a rounded internal or external face on the part to remove the sharp edges that may cause harm while handling the part. Now, most of the time, we are going to use manual method. Now, under the manual method, we have 4 types: constant radius fillet, varying size face fillet and full round. While the fillet expert method is only suitable to create a constant radius fillet. When the manual method fails, a fillet expert will take care of order of fillet and try to create the fillet. It is also a good way to change the fillet, to modify the corner fillet and so on. In fillets, we do have various options like show selection toolbar, tangent propagations, then preview and other items. So in 7.1, we're going to learn how to apply constant radius fillet. In 7.2, we'll explore how the tangent propagation option works. In this, we are going to explore the fillet parameter called symmetric and asymmetric. Here we are going to explore the effect of profile. In 7.5, we are going to learn how the setback parameters is helpful to achieve the smooth transition at the corner. In 7.6, we'll try to explore the partial edge parameters. And in 7.7, we'll try to learn how this fillet option called Keep Features is used. We'll also explore the concept of round corners. In 7.9, we are going to explore the effect of overflow type, how SolidWorks decide which option to be used in case of when the fillet is larger with respect to surrounding edges, whether to use edge or keep surface. Then we'll explore the variable size fillet in 7.10 exercise. Then we'll try to explore the face fillet, which is our third options. And lastly, we are going to explore the full round fillet type. Now open the part file 7.1 fillet example. I will provide the all resource file. Now go ahead and click on fillet command. We'll try manual method, and under the fillet type we'll try the constant radius fillet. Here under the item to fillet, I will choose feature. So moment you choose the feature, all its edges will get filleted. Go ahead and click OK. Now let's apply second time fillet. This time I am going to apply a different value. Here I will choose these 4 faces and right click. Let's apply one more fillet. This time I am going to choose these external edges, right, and this one, right click. So this way you can simply choose the edges or faces or feature to create the fillet. Now all the fillets which we have used are listed under the design tree. At any time just double click it and it will show you the radius value over here. And if you wish, you can change the value on the fly. I click on build. Now open 7.2 Fillet-Tangent Propagation part file. Let's try to apply the fillet first. This time I am going to apply 5 mm fillet on this edge and this edge. Now here it is simply limited to this edge only. But try to understand what I am trying to say is here the tangent propagation box is ticked. If this corner is rounded, then the creation of fillet will continue, pass through this first edge to the second edge. So at this moment we do not have this round corner. So hence the fillet is limited to these 2 edges which I have selected it. So let's roll back the bar. Now let's apply one more fillet on this side and this side as well and right click. So when I roll back, see what happened. When I edit the first fillet, because here the round corner is tangent to the selected edge, so fillet creation will continue, pass through as long as it finds the tangent edges. This is the meaning of tangent propagations. So by default it is always on. This is very useful for creating the fillets along the edges which are having tangent relationship. Go ahead and click OK. Now also when you edit it, you do not have any options like selecting the constant radius fillet, variable fillet and fillet expert. Rather we have only 2 options. Either you switch from fillet to chamfer or chamfer to fillet. If I select this, so whatever earlier edges having the fillet will turn into the chamfer. So this fillet and chamfer command can be interchanged through that edit options. Now open part file 7.3 fillet_symmetric asymmetric. Let's apply fillet. So when you start the fillet, you will have to choose the edge. Let's go ahead and choose. Here we have a parameter called symmetric parameter. That means 5 mm from this corner to this side and this side will remain equal. That is what meaning of symmetric. So let's go ahead and click OK. Now let's apply one more time, but this time we are going to use asymmetric. Now carefully observe over here, one side it remain 5 mm, another side remain 10 mm. So let's choose this value. So carefully observe. So from this edge, on this first side it is 5 mm and on another side it is 10 mm. If you want to flip this, you can use this flip button to flip the value. Here the profile is basically elliptical. You do have options to use a conic row and curvature continuous. But this time I will choose elliptical and go ahead and click OK. So this way you can use those parameters to create either symmetric and asymmetric fillet. Now open 7.4 fillet underscore profile part file. Here we'll try to explore option called profile. Now let's choose first edge. Here this edge will have a circular profile and the value of radius is 10. So look at over here. Let's apply it. Now what is concept of this? So if I go over here to the evaluate tab and I will choose the curvature, you look at entire fillet part is having constant curvature of 10. There is no variation. Now let's go ahead and turn off it. Now let's apply the fillet. We will choose, instead of circular, we are going to choose curvature continuous. And on this side, I am going to apply it. And right click. Let's go ahead and evaluate that part of a fillet. Look at on the left side, it is symmetric circular. There is no orange strip. Here, if you closely see, the curvature is basically changing from 6.4 to 8 and then 5 and 8. Try to maintain the curvature with the surrounding faces. So if you require such fillet, especially for creating the ergonomic shape on the handle side, edges side, or you can say on plastic components, there you can use such profile variations. Now let's try few more things. Here, this time I will going to use conic row. This ratio, if it is less than 0.5, the shape will be elliptical. If it is more than 5, it will be the hyperbola. And if it is exactly 0.5, the profile will be parabola. So let's apply this side. Okay, let's go ahead and click OK. Let's one more time try over here. This time I will keep the value 0.2 and I will choose this edge. So because it is less than 0.5, this shape is basically elliptical. So by using various profile options, you can create fillet that match with your requirement. Now open part file 7.5 fillet underscore setback. Here we are going to explore setback parameters. Click on fillet. Now let's choose value 8 and select these 3 edges. Now these 3 edges are meeting at this corner. Now what does this setback parameter do? There is a tight transition from edge fillet to corner fillet. So with the help of setback parameters, you can assign a distance so that from that distance transition to the corner will start. So let's choose this vertex under the setback parameters. Now here I have a equal distance, but if I wish I can change. Let's try 6 from 8 and the lastly is 10. So from all this value, look at very carefully. So this is 6, this is 8 and this is 10. So with the setback parameter, you can assign a distance for smooth transitions. Go ahead and click OK. Now open the part file 7.6 fillet underscore partial edge underscore preparation. Now let's apply fillet. Before we apply, let's go and expand and activate the partial edge parameter box. Now let's choose over here. Moment you choose, let's change the value of fillet parameter to 5. That is 5 value. Now what does this partial edge parameter do? It allow you to control the beginning of fillet from this edge corner. So let's here at the starting condition we have percentage, distance offset and reference offset. Now let's try the offset. So when I choose, they are color coded. So this purple color is applied to this end and the gray color is controlling on this side. Let's control again, same thing. So on this end, on green side I am applying 10 millimeter and this on 5. Go ahead and click OK. Again, let's go and edit it. Now let's choose circular. Now this time instead of offset distance, I can assign percentage. Let's say percentage is 25. So the length of the edge is considered as 100% and its 25% will be over here. And on other side I will choose percentage. And this time I will choose 10. This way you can modify your fillet. Now benefit of this that you do not require to apply the fillet for the entire length, but you want to apply only part of a length. So using these partial edge parameters you can control it. Roll back and try again. Now under the partial edge parameter, for the first end I will choose 5 mm and second I will choose reference. And for the reference offset I will choose the point, a sketch point. So go ahead and select in, click OK. So you can see this is our reference point. When it changes location, this fillet will update. So basically partial edge parameter allow you to apply the fillet only partial length of a edge. Now open part file 7.7 to explore Keep Feature option inside the fillet. Start the fillet feature. Now let's apply 10 mm radius. Over here. Now this is called selection toolbar, which is by default available because of this ticked option. And also we are able to select the edges which are not visible to us. That is because of fillet options, and we can, because this is selected, select through faces. So we can choose these edges which are not visible. Otherwise we have to rotate the model. So this option will save us our time. Now let me select this edge and this edge. Now here, because my fillet value is larger, it is going to consume these feature. So what I want to do is, if I untick this key feature option under the fillet option, it will get removed and I will receive the fillet. Now let's go ahead and edit that part. This time I will tick this keep features. That means the feature will remain there and it leave that space and will continue the fillet. So by turning the selection on and off, you can control what to do with the feature which is come across in the fillet. Now open part file 7.8. We are going to explore the round corner options under the fillet. Now let's try to apply the fillet. Now let's change the value to 5. Okay. Now let's go ahead and click OK. So I am getting this kind of outcome. Here the bottom edges are meeting at a point at corner, but instead I want round corner. So that can be done inside the fillet feature. We have to choose this option, round corner, under the fillet option. So once I do it, I will have this round corner. So many times there is a requirement that you want to create a such kind of round fillet instead of sharp corners. So you can control from here. Now open part file 7.9. We are going to explore overflow type. Here choose the fillet command and enter the value 15. When you choose this edge, now fillet value is large enough to cross these surrounding surface edges. At that time, SolidWorks need to take a decision what to do. So under the fillet options and under that overflow type, most of the time by default is ticked on or selected. So SolidWorks decide out of keep edge and keep surface option which to be used. Now let's try to see if I choose this keep edge. That means it will maintain the surrounding edges intact and trying to manage the value of a fillet locally. So let's choose this keep edge and go ahead and click OK. Now here let's go and tick on curvature value. See, the curvature value is 15 in some of the area, but in some of the area it is 11, 14. So it try to squeeze the fillet itself to match with the surrounding edges under the keep edge options. Now let's try to edit that part. This time I will choose keep surface. So here the value of radius remain constant. It is not going to alter. But to match with that, the surrounding edges will be modified. Look at over here. Now let's click OK to see it. Again, let's go to evolute and click on curvature. Here, if you see, most of the cases, the fillet curvature value is maintained. That is 15. When you come across situation when the fillet value is too large to accommodate within the two edges, surrounding edges, then you need to decide which option you need to keep, whether keep edges or keep surfaces. But most of the time SolidWorks take the decision because of default options. If you are not happy, you have to choose manually yourself. Now open the part file 7.10. This time I'm going to explore variable size fillet. Here on the part file, I already have created one variable size fillet. So here the radius is not remain constant. It's changing from selected point to point. Now let's apply similar kind of a fillet on another edge. Click on fillet. Under the manual method, choose second fillet type, variable size fillet. Now here I will choose this edge. Now moment I choose, from this corner to this corner, in between there are 3 points. If you want to increase the number of points, you can increase from here. Now here the V1 is this side and V2 is on opposite side. On the opposite side I want to assign value of 12 and this side I want to apply on A12. Now in between, if I want to control the value, just go ahead and choose this dot. So that will get added under this box. Here I can control, let's say 7.5. Similarly, I want to control the radius at second point. Here the value will be 5.5. Same way on third point, it will be 5. Same way on a last fourth point, I will make it 6.5. Now see, along these 4 points, the radius is different. So it is varying from point to point. Now under this, we have to choose either to keep this transition smooth or straight. So look at the preview if I switch to straight transitions, especially on this side at the end corner. Look at very carefully. So most of the time, smooth transition works better for the requirement. So this way you can have a variable fillet. So variable size fillet is used to provide different fillet value at different points of a selection. Now open the part file 7.11. This time we are going to explore the third fillet type, face fillet. Here you can blend non-adjacent and non-continuous faces. So these are the two faces which are non-adjacent and non-continuous. So here you need to select two faces one by one. Right click, switch to another selection face. Now provide the value, let's say 10 millimeter. If you provide more value, you can see the preview. The rest of the options are we already have discussed. Go ahead and click OK. So this way you can create a simple face fillet. When you want a fillet between two faces which are just like these two faces which are connected by common edge. But when there are a scenario when two faces are not adjacent, non-continuous, and you want to create a fillet between them, then you have to use the face fillet. Now open the part file 7.12 to explore full round fillet type. Under the fillet feature, inside manual, the last option is full round. Here we need to choose 3 set. Let's try over here. First, right click, second, right click. Look at the color coding. So full round will simply create semicircular fillet between adjacent 3 faces. Go ahead and click OK. Now let's try one more time. Here this face, right click, this face, right click, and this face, and right click. So this way you can use full round fillet, which is the simplest of all of the fillet type. It simply create the semicircular fillet, right? So the dimension will be, the radius will be equal to the half of the length. Now let's practice the fillet we have learned. In this exercise, we have to use possible fillets to complete the model. Here as a hint, I have color coded the fillet used in the exercise. So I want you to study this front view and top view and think about the modeling strategy. I have already completed the modeling process. So I'll go back to the first features. So this is the cylinder we have created. Second part, like this. Here we have to use a fillet options like this. So this is like a full round fillet. Then we are going to extrude the cylinder by keeping 3 mm distance over here and this much blind depth. Then we are going to mirror that part, and we'll have a center cut like this, and we're going to have a fillet 4, which is of value, let's say 4 over here on bottom side, these two cylinder and the corner sides. And lastly, we have to apply this on this edge and this edge, the fillet of a 12 value, right, like this. So I hope you can build this model your own and apply the fillet. Now open this part file called Fillet Expert. Now go ahead and click on Fillet. Instead of using manual method, we are going to use Fillet Expert. Now here we have a 3 tab: Add, Change and Corner. Add will allow to add the fillet to the selected edges and faces. So let's go ahead and click on 5. So I will choose this edge, this edge and this edge. I can also select these edges to create the fillet and this bottom edge. Okay. Now apply. If I expand the design tree, I will see because I applied, it create the fillet feature 1. So using add, I can add the fillet. That's what it name suggests. Now in the change, because through this Fillet Expert, I have created the fillet of a value 5, I can sort it out. If there are multiple, then you can choose particular one. So moment I choose, it select the edges having the fillet of 5. Now I want to change to 2.5 and I click on resize. So at the same time, it will resize all the edges. Okay. Now if you want to again select them, and if you want to remove, you can remove the fillet from the model. Let's go ahead and click on add and add the fillet and right click. Now here, now let's change the value. Instead of 5, let's make it 3 and resize every edge. Now on the corner side, corner will allow to change the possible configuration of the fillet which are generated by 3 edges at a common point, which are meeting at a common point. So on corner faces, select this one. Now moment you select it and click on show alternative, SolidWorks will find some solution. Let's expand it. So what are the possible combination of fillet? Here, this is the first. Now I want to switch to the second one. So click on it. So from this kind of fillet, it turned into this. Now again, let's try on this side and show alternative and click on second options. So corner will allow us to change the configuration of fillet. Let's change this one as well. Now under this, select this face. Now instead of using show alternative, I will choose over here copy target and copy to. So this will get copied to the previous face. That's why this copy target option is given to you. So Fillet Expert is very useful. Now let's take one more scenario where it can be used effectively. Now here I have a small feature on this. Now let's try manual method over here and constant radius fillet and 2 value. So you select this one and select this edge. When I click OK, the normal manual method is not able to create a fillet over here. in certain situation this happens. So at that time switch to the fillet expert, and let's say value is 2. This time I will select this edge and this edge, and I will click apply. Fillet expert will try to find a solution. Look at over here. Similarly, select this and select this and right click. So with the normal manual method, it is difficult to create a fillet. But with the fillet expert, you can do that as long as it is possible by the SolidWorks. So let's try this time and click apply. So fillet expert is very useful in creating the fillet, changing this value, and correcting the corner configuration of a fillet.